Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 21 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Up first, we take on Tottenham Hotspur at home in the Premier League. We then take on Manchester United at Old Trafford away from home in the Premier League. And then we come back, but this time we're travelling down to London this time to take on Tottenham Hotspur away from home in the Premier League. Three huge games in today's episode. Spurs, United, Spurs. 9 points up for grabs in the Premier League, and 9 points we must receive. We need to be bagging all the points. We're starting to break away at the top of the Premier League. We need to push on, and we know that currently at the moment we're in the month of December where it's jam-packed. There's lots of game congestion. After the Spurs game, we have 4 days off. Then we play United, 2 days off, back playing Spurs, 2 days off, and then we play Burnley. There's not much time for resting, for recovery, for training in between these games. So we've just got to do the best that we possibly can. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of rotation in certain positions in today's episode because of fitness and because of other things. At the end of the last episode, as we always do, we touched upon which 2 games we were going to play and which one we were going to simulate. We are going to continue with what I said. We're going to simulate the first game at home against Spurs. We've potentially got the home advantage. Hopefully we can get the win over Jose Mourinho's Spurs. We're then going to play the game against Manchester United and, of course, play the final game against Spurs that time round away from home. Super excited for today's episode. I fully know it's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to defend very well because Manchester United currently in 3rd, trying to catch us. Spurs in 5th, trying to break in to a Champions League spot. It is not going to be an easy episode, that is for sure. But before we dive into the game at home against Spurs, let's head over to the comment conference. Yeah, so the offside come from Mo Salah, didn't it? The ball was pinged over to the right side. Mo Salah got in behind the defence, and he would have been one-on-one with the keeper. How I feel about it, it's not great. Obviously, we have the referees there. We have the assistant refs. We've got VAR now, and it seems that mistakes are still being made. Yes, we drew 1-1 to West Ham, and just because Mo Salah gets through on goal doesn't necessarily mean that it would have gave the team a win. It doesn't necessarily mean that we would have got the 3 points, but it still would have been another chance for us to try and put the ball in the back of the net and bag those 3 points. Unfortunately, the referee, VAR, got it wrong. There's a lot of managers, a lot of players talking about VAR at the moment, getting it wrong, and do we need to sort of have the best referees sat in the room on VAR rather than on the pitch because VAR is there as a bit of a safety net? What do we sort of need to do? For me, it's unfortunately one of those things in football. You know, years ago, it probably would have counted. We may have scored, we may have missed, who knows? But VAR is meant to be there to sort of be a second opinion and help the referees on the field out. At the moment, we've just obviously had a bad VAR decision against us. There's nothing I can do about it. We've got to move on. Mo could have scored, Mo could have missed. So 1-1 against West Ham. Yes, I wasn't too happy with the decision, but it's a decision that we have to take on the chin. We have Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, prime examples of the sort of youth team that we have coming through. We have lots of young players that are really pushing on to try and get into the starting 11. We've had Trent come through the rankings, who's been an absolutely unbelievable player, and for me, easily the best right back in the world. Are we currently looking at improving or buying any youth players? There's nobody currently we're linked with. There's no one that we're currently looking at. Obviously, we tend to want to use our own youth academy to bring players through. We've got 2 or 3 players right now that are in our youth academy that are starting to look really good, starting to develop well, that may eventually break into the second team. Maybe not this season, maybe in the second season, depending on how they grow and how they train and how well they play and sort of fit into the style of football that I play. But yeah, we're not interested in any youth players right now. We're not interested in young players, but we're certainly continuing to work with the youth academy, and hopefully we can develop a few of them, like we did with Trent Alexander-Arnold, bring them into the starting 11, and they can go on to be players just as good as Trent, if not better. Yeah, so the January transfer window opens in just under 2 weeks, and of course, at the back end of the last transfer window, we did try and sign a huge player in Dennis Zakaria to play at CDM. And obviously now we have got confirmed that we are looking to move on, or have, should I say, moved on, Marko Grujic in January, as well as Xherdan Shaqiri. Other than Dennis Zakaria now, there's nobody sort of that wants to be my number one target. Dennis Zakaria is the man that I want to bring in to sit behind Fabinho, to rotate in that position when Fabinho's maybe injured or fatigued or not fully fit. Sharpness isn't his highest. He hasn't trained well 1 week. And of course, like in the games like in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we need to make sure we're rotating the team as much as we can. So obviously, it's already out there. It's in the press, it's in the media that we tried to sign Dennis Zakaria. Dennis Zakaria said that he wanted to come to Liverpool. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a deal over the line with Borussia Mönchengladbach. They were holding out for a little bit more money. We weren't sort of comfortable spending that much money. But hopefully come January, we'll be going back in for Dennis Zakaria. We can hopefully get a deal through the door, and he will certainly be our first signing in January. As for anyone else that comes through the door after him, we'll have to look at the squad, make sure the squad's in a great place. You know, if we picked up any big injuries, if we suffered an injury to one of the front three or a defender or a midfielder, we need to work out, have we got someone that can slot in there comfortably and sort of may not be as high overall and have the best stats compared to them, but can they slot in and do a job alongside their other teammates? If I feel they can't and we need to go and spend some money, if we've got the money from the board, of course, then we'll look to do it. If not, of course, I always just want to work with what we've got here at the club. We've got fantastic players, fantastic young players, but sometimes I don't want to put too much pressure on young players coming in to sort of sit in a huge position and take on someone's shoes that are absolutely huge for them. Because obviously it's a lot of pressure and sometimes players can crumble under pressure. But if we need to spend, we certainly will look to spend. We won't go over the top. We won't be signing megastars in January, I wouldn't have thought. But if we need any players and I feel like there's a position that's sort of lacking, or we've got a bad injury there, or we're not able to put someone else in that position that can do a job, then yeah, we'll certainly look to spend money. But right now, just Dennis Zakaria is the man we will be going after from Borussia Mönchengladbach in January. Well, that's certainly one word you can use for the game against Lazio. Yeah, it was magical and an absolutely unbelievable game. Of course, first time round playing Lazio, we lost 3-0. Lucas Leiva come back to haunt us. And after the game, of course, on Twitter and all social medias, the hashtag MassiveBrad out was trending. And of course, after that happened, I then had my next comment conference and I said, look, the fans either need to be behind us or not at all. If you're a fan, you need to back the players, you need to back me as the manager, you need to back the board, and you have to put your faith in us and we'll do our best job that we possibly can. After the Lazio game this time round, when we absolutely battered them and absolutely annihilated them, MassiveBrad in was trending on Twitter, and that was lovely to see. Of course, when you're down, the last thing you want is fans to be kicking you while you're already down. But when you're at a high and then the fans are getting behind you and even taking you higher than you already are, it's a great feeling. But to take away from that game, the important thing is, yes, there's going to be mistakes made. Yes, our defenders, goalkeeper will make mistakes. The front three will miss goals. The midfielders won't find the right pass. Players are going to make mistakes and players are going to have bad days like the rest of us out there. But don't come gunning for them. Don't come out with your pitchforks and your flares and your flaming torches and hunt them down. Because in reality, they may have a bad game 1 week and the next game, they might be absolutely unbelievable. We had a bad game against Lazio. Second time out against Lazio, look at what we did. We learned from our mistakes from the first. When we watched footage after footage, hours and hours of footage of where we made mistakes, what we did wrong, what didn't work. And second time round, we made sure we corrected all those mistakes and look at the game we produced. We played some of the best football we've played this season and we went on to get the win and finish top in the Champions League group stage, which is exactly what we aim to do. Now we can look forward to the knockout stages in the Champions League, and hopefully the fans, no matter what, good game, average game or bad game, will be behind me and the players. Well, firstly, I must say the players are always ready to go, no matter who the opponent is. They train well, they work hard, they're in the gym, they're working hard on the training ground, and when it comes to game and match day, they're raring to go. But yeah, a game against United, it's always one of them with United. It's either going to be an incredible game or a really average game. But I feel this time round, the form that we're in, it's going to be incredible. I expect there to be a lot of goals. Hopefully not in our net, that's for sure. But I'm sure we'll put many past Manchester United. Of course, it's not the local derby. That's obviously against Everton. But Manchester City and United are sort of a local derby. And it tends to be battle of the beast. It's two teams that are, got fan bases behind them that want to come away with that win. If you don't get the win, it'll spoil your weekend, it'll spoil your week, your mates will banter you for weeks. So it's one of those where they've really got to dig deep, fight for the fans, the manager and the players around them. And I think the game against United, yes, it's certainly going to be a tough game. They're currently third. 5 points behind us. They're not going to allow that 5 points to bother them. They're just going to focus on, can they get above City? Can they start closing that gap between us? And they've got an opportunity to do so. I expect Ollie to come out all guns blazing. I expect him to try and score as many goals as he can. And it's about us stopping them do that and making sure that we do it up the other end. But yeah, the game against United, it will be difficult. But I am excited for it. And I do think we will come out on top when we do face off against United in a week's time. Right, guys, and that's going to do it for the comment conference. I just want to say a massive thank you because it seems that over the last couple of episodes, I've been telling you guys that not enough comments are coming in, not enough people are using the hashtag comment conference. There, I think I've just done 5 questions from 5 different people, and there was still another 2 or 3 questions from the same people. So I just picked some of the best ones, not saying that some were bad. For example, you look here, we've got a comment from Gage, which would have been used in that conference there, saying, the team played magnificent against Lazio. You must feel very happy with the revenge. The comment above it is from Sweeper Keeper saying, one goal after another, said the commentator of the Liverpool game against Lazio when you cruised a 6-0 victory. They're exactly the same questions, but obviously I used one of Sweeper Keeper's other questions. He's been bossing it at the moment with the amount of questions he's putting in. And he also messaged me the other day and said, look, it looks like other people starting to leave questions. So Sweeper Keeper, hopefully you don't have to pick up the slack and be leaving 3 comments every single episode. But I appreciate that you have so far. If you want to continue to, that's fine. I'll just pick a few of your best ones if other people leave them. If not, I'll be answering all yours. But as I say, I need about 3 questions to make this interesting and make this comment conference decent. I think I just answered 5 there from 5 different people. So thank you so much to everyone that is now jumping back on it and using the hashtag comment conference. I'm not going to go through any other questions or messages that were left on the video or any other comments like I usually do. I'm recording this episode today. I'm recording the next episode right after this. So I'm not going to be able to use any other comment conferences. I'm not going to be able to discuss any comments because obviously this video hasn't gone out by the time I record the next one. But I am excited for the questions to come in. Keep coming in, keep dropping them down below, guys, because even though I may not answer them in the next episode, I'll certainly catch up and answer them in the one after that or the one after that, depending on when I can get round to doing it, and of course when I'm not grinding it out like today where I'm recording 2 on the same day. But again, thank you so much for your comments, and let's head back to face off against Spurs in the Premier League. Right, guys, and up next, we take on Jose Mourinho's Spurs. I am looking forward to this one. You can now see the lineup, unfortunately. Mo Salah, Thiago, Fabinho, not fully fit going into this game. Make sure I rotate the players as much as I can in today's episode, because it's certainly going to be a difficult one. Spurs, United, and then Spurs again. I'm not sure we're going to be able to put out our usual starting 11 for every single one of those games. But you can see the lineup with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum wearing the captain's armband, linking up with Thiago in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got the Brazilian man Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. I do believe so far, I could be wrong in saying this, but I'm sure, in every simulated game we've played so far, we have yet to concede a goal. And now we're coming up against some of the big boys and we're having to simulate a game like Spurs where they've got Kane, Son, Winks, Lucas Moura, Lo Celso, Højbjerg. They've got plenty of options here to score passes. And I'm just going to have to hope as we get this simulated game underway, we get the players warmed up and we're raring to go, that we manage to keep a clean sheet against Spurs and continue to not concede in a simulated game. We've got Bobby and Thiago and Gini in these simulated games who have been absolutely bossing it recently. I know 100% this is going to be a difficult game, but we are going to be the team to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And come on, Liverpool. Let's move this round. Gini straight through now to Mane. Mane into Bobby. Bobby plays it through to Mane, and it's 1-0. Thanks to Sadio Mane. Hugo Lloris couldn't keep him out. Mane makes a great run. Little 1-2 with Bobby Firmino, and we have taken the lead in the 12th minute. That's what I need to see. Come on, lads. Keep pushing on. We need this 3 points. Come on, Van Dijk. Keep going. Here's Son. Let's go, Trent. Hold him here. Ball in behind. They're going to get in behind. It's a great save, but unfortunately, Lucas Moura, the ball is pounded out from Alisson back into the path of Lucas Moura for a second shot, who does put it in the back of the net in the 32nd. And we have now conceded in a simulated game, and we are drawing a 1-1 against Spurs in the 35th minute. Absolutely heart-gutting. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the referee is going to blow his half-time whistle, and we go in at home against Spurs at 1-1. We took the lead with Sadio Mane scoring in the 13th, and Lucas Moura had a shot. It deflected off Alisson, back into the path of him, and he went on to score in the 33rd. It's 1-1. They've had 2 shots, 1 chance. We've had 2 shots, 2 chances. I'm happy to jump back into the second half and resume with Spurs kicking us off, and hopefully we can find a second goal very early on, and then I can look at making some changes to keep the fitness at bay. Look for Mo Salah. Mo Salah's there. That's it. Mo going the inside to Thiago. Fabinho pings one over now looking for Mo, and Mo has got on the better side. Mo Salah put the ball in. It's just wide of goal. Go and win it there, Trent. It's put over the top. This is going to be a huge problem. Ball into the middle. Harry Kane's going to get there. Squeeze it over. It's a great save. Let's get rid of it. Come on, put your bodies on the line here, lads. Put your bodies on the line. Let's win the ball back and see if we can get a counter-attack going. They're on the inside. It's 2-1 to Spurs. It's Dele Alli, and he has scored in the 90th minute, right before the end of the game. And I'm sure as we kick off, we are sadly now going to have lost this game to Spurs. Oh, that is absolutely devastating. We lose 2-1 to Spurs with, of all players, Dele Alli scoring in the 90th minute. We took the lead in the 13th minute thanks to Sadio Mane. 20 minutes later, Lucas Moura put them back on level terms in the 33rd. We managed to defend well throughout the rest of the game. When we got to the 90th minute, Spurs played some great football on the edge of the box. In the box, the ball eventually comes to Dele Alli. Alisson couldn't keep him out. And we lose 2-1 to Tottenham Hotspur. That's a tough, tough defeat to swallow. Well, I was 99% sure that when we lost that game there to Spurs 2-1 and dropped the 3 points, that Manchester City and United would both capitalise on it. And that's exactly what they did. They have both brought it now to only 2 points behind us. Meaning a loss to Manchester United here will mean that we probably drop down to third. Manchester City will probably win their game. If United were to win their game, we would drop down to third. So a must-win here against Ollie's Manchester United. There's no question in it. We have to get the win and start building this gap, because what we can do here is now we're back down to 2 points between us, City and United. If we beat United, we can push that gap back to 5 between us and United. And then between us and City, we're just going to have to hope that City slip up very, very soon, and we can look to bounce back. Of course, we're playing Spurs again at the end of today's episode, so I'm hoping we're going to be able to bounce back, get a little bit of revenge, and because we're actually playing the game, hopefully get the win. But you can now see the lineup we are putting out against Manchester United. We've got the team back fully fit. It's the exact same team we just put out against Spurs, at least this time. I'm going to be controlling the players, but we've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gini Wijnaldum wearing the captain's armband, linking up with Thiago in the central midfield roles. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho at the central defensive midfield, and Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Manchester United. We can see Immobile, Gerard Piqué, Maguire, Williams not fully fit in this game. So pushing down this right side is probably going to be crucial for us, because Williams and Piqué are going to have a lot on their hands when Trent and Mo Salah are coming at them at full speed. Come on, lads. We've got this. We've got this. We're coming off the back end of a defeat to Jose Mourinho's team. We've got to bounce back. We're at Old Trafford. We've got to get the win. We've got to take these 3 points back to Liverpool and then focus on travelling down to London to take on Spurs again. And hopefully we're bringing those 3 points back to Liverpool. But we are at Old Trafford, ready to take on Manchester United. And I'm excited to get this game underway, as it is Immobile for Manchester United to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's go Fabinho, nicely done. And let's go Sadio. Let's go Sadio. Come on, I need you to go. Go Sadio, feed it through, beautiful. And he's going to get away from Adam Wan-Bissaka. Here's Sadio Mane, now looks for Bobby Firmino. It's still Sadio Mane, tries to get a shot in the near post, and De Gea is going to save with his foot. It was a great counter-attack. All over the top, this is going to be a problem. Let's go, let's get on there, ball across. Oh, we've got lucky there. We've got lucky, I don't know what is going on. Something seems to be really off with career mode today, that is for sure. I don't know if it's the recent update, but something doesn't feel like. Play it through, Fabinho. Fabinho straight through there to Mo now. Go on, Mo. Feed it out wide now, looking for Sadio Mane. It's beautiful. Sadio Mane in behind. Here he comes, Sadio Mane. Through on goal. Sadio Mane tries to get his shot off. And Adam Wan-Bissaka's done very well to get back there and put it out for the corner. Let's go for Van Dijk once again. Come on, Van Dijk. VVD. Head it home for me, son. No, it's going to be cleared away to Trent, who's going to look to bend when it's a great save from David De Gea. Give me some help here, lads. Give me some help. There we go. It's just hoofer up the line. Looking for Sadio if he can take that on. Sadio Mane with a beautiful flick on. I'm now going to have Genie in the middle. Let's play it into the Genie. We should really get something from this. Play it through now to Bobby Firmino. It's gone to Thiago instead. They can't sort out their feet. What has just happened, lads? What has just happened for the second time in today's game against United? A pass has been blocked by my own player. Why are my own players getting in the way? Move! Nicely done. Ball in now to Rashford. Still Rashford. Plays it outwards. To Donny van der Beek. Into Pizzi. It's a great save, Alisson. Let's keep it in. Come on, Alisson. Grab it. Alisson, grab the ball. Oh, my word. What is going on? How it fell to Pizzi, I don't know. Well done, Genie. Let's feed that out now. And as we look to break out with a ball from Sadio Mane to Bobby, the referee is going to blow for half-time. But before I recorded today's episode, there's been an update. And some things have changed in Ultimate Team and Career Mode. And Career Mode feels broke. Twice in one game, I've tried to shoot or play a pass, and my own player has jumped in the way of the ball. Why? Why are they getting in the way of the ball? I really don't understand. It wasn't a great half from us, if I'm completely honest. Van Dijk looking so tired already. We've had a lot to do at the back. I'm just happy we managed to get in at half-time 0-0. We are going to jump back into the second half, this time with Bobby Firmino getting us kicked off. We may just have to dig deeper here and hope that we can get a scrappy 1-0 win here. Ball out wide. Here's Rashford. Let's go, Trent. Ball coming in. No one's going to get there. It's a great ball. I'm a 1-0 down. How? Look at the ball. What is Robbo doing? Why are my defenders nowhere near to be able to stop that ball coming in? We are 1-0 down, and it really does not surprise me. Come on, Thiago, stay on him. Nicely done, Thiago, well done. We're through there to Bobby. Bobby feeds it out wide now to Sadio Mane. Mane, you've got to get going here. Sadio Mane, I've now got Salah towards the back post. Ball coming in. Mo Salah. Yes, it's 1-1. Yes, yes, yes. I knew it was going to come from a counter-attack and potentially a very similar goal to what Manchester United have just scored. Put the ball right across the defence. Make sure we've got players that can get in behind. It's Mo Salah on his weak right foot, or his weaker right foot. And he's shot home to make it 1-1. Now we've got to look at pushing on to find a second here. We must get these 3 points. Still Bruno. Let's go Thiago. Ah, it's not going to went to Mo Salah there. We're going to cause problems for them. Well done, Genie. Referee's going to say that was a foul. Don't believe for 1 minute that was a foul. Ball in behind now. Robertson well out of position. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's going to do well to keep that alive. He has done. Wan-Bissaka now coming forward. PZ onto the edge of the box for McTominay. It's 2-1. Wow. 2-1 Manchester United. Robertson there, not marking his man. Ball comes in, McTominay's there. Alisson, what are you doing, son? You've got to do better from there. And we are now back on losing terms. 2-1 down to Manchester United. Come on, Van Dijk, well done. Play that ball out and let's move here, lads. Let's move, feed that ball in behind now. It's beautiful, come on. Let's go, Mane. Come on, Sadio. Come on, Sadio, keep going. You've got this, come on, Sadio, keep coming. Keep coming. I need to find someone here. It comes out to Patson Daka, who turns his man. He's hit the ball. Ball in behind. Rashford pings one in. Fabinho going to get there. Let's get rid of it, lads. Come on. Well done, Daka. And as we look to get the ball out, we lose 2-1 to United as well. United have just beat us.
Yeah, certainly not their best performance, was it? Just a little off the pace for me today.
Oh, man.
But it's key that they bounce back. They can't afford another repeat performance like this next time out.
How? This is what I always struggle with. Certainly got something in my eye, that's for sure. When I last recorded, FIFA's fine, I'm battering teams, I'm playing well. FIFA or EA does an update, and suddenly I lose 2-1 to Spurs and I lose 2-1 to United. And I've got my players jumping in front of my own passes and shots to stop us doing the pass or doing the shot. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. Thiago picks up man of the match with an 8.5. Why hasn't Thiago got a player face? Has he not got a player face? Surely Thiago's got a player face. Saying he hasn't. Look at the stats. We've had 11 shots, 7 on target. They had 7 shots, 6 on target. And United win 2-1. Absolutely unbelievable. Really annoyed at myself for losing that game. I was annoyed that we lost 2-1 to Spurs. We've now lost 2-1 to Manchester United at Old Trafford, meaning if City have won, which without a doubt they probably have, we're now going to have dropped down to 3rd position, which is not great news for us. Well, I was right. Manchester City did capitalise, putting both United and City on 42 points. They are now a point ahead of us. We've gone back into the red danger zone, being now a 68 overall manager. Absolutely gutted. I don't understand what has gone wrong in today's episode. I don't want to blame it on an update, but for all you players that play FIFA and see what EA do, they do bring out updates and it tends to ruin other game modes. They do something in Ultimate Team, it ruins something in Pro Clubs. They do something in Pro Clubs, it ruins something in Career Mode. And I've never had it where players are jumping in front of my passes or my shots to like purposely stop it happening, as if it's not hard enough already when you shoot, when the opposition defenders block so many shots. Now my own players are doing it to me. It was like a bunch of strangers out there. It's like they've never played football together at all. They just felt like they'd just been thrown together, and that's my usual starting 11 week in and week out, and it was just a poor performance. And I'm hoping for this last game against Spurs, otherwise today's episode is going to be terrible. I'm hoping we can bounce back and get a hefty win here, maybe a 3 or 4-0, keep a clean sheet. But as I say that, we've also now got a slight problem with Van Dijk is not fully fit and not going to be able to start at centre-backs, and Matip comes in to partner Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is going to have to come off for Kabak probably at half-time, so I'm just hoping by half-time we've done a job already over Spurs. You can see their whole team, other than Hugo Lloris and Dele Alli, is not fully fit. Hopefully we can capitalise on this, find where the weak points are. When I'm looking at that team now, Serge Aurier, Sanchez, they're looking a little bit tired. Lucas Moura down this right side is looking really good for us. So Robertson, Mane, Gini, I've got to really exploit down that side. Harry Kane's not fully fit, so hopefully we can keep him running rings around us. Tire him out, let him have the ball, let him try and make runs in behind, deal with it, tire him out, and hopefully he won't be able to do anything. But this time we are travelling away from home to take on Spurs. Let's just hope this time we can get the 3 points. Come on, Reds, they need to show some heart here. The fans won't be happy with 2 losses on the bounce, one to United, one to Spurs. We've got an opportunity now to wipe that Spurs one off the table, bounce back, forget about that horrible defeat, and get the goddamn win. That's what we need right now. We need to bounce back. We need some excitement. We need some happiness. We need some energy for the last game in today's episode. And then hopefully this episode is just a little bit of a slip up. Like we've had games where we've slipped up, this is potentially going to be a whole episode pretty much where we've slipped up. And then hopefully from this episode onwards, we can start bouncing back. But Hugo Lloris between the sticks, it's not going to be an easy keeper to beat. But it is Harry Kane to get us kicked off in this first half period. Come on, Redmen. Keep him here. Well done, Grujic. Let's move. Let's move. Oh, he's coming away with a ball again. Unbelievable. Hold him here. Dele Alli. Ball in behind now. Let's get a block on it, Gomez. Well done. Gini played that ball out. Good lad. Here's Grujic. Through now. Let's move, lads. Let's move. Go to Gini. Gini now coming forwards. Go through there to Bobby. This is nice. Bobby going to feed it over now to Mo Salah. It's a terrible ball. Let's go back to Bobby. In now to Gini. Back to Bobby. Finish it, Bobby. It's blocked. Back now to Dele Alli. Let's go, Matip. Nicely done. Let's move here, lads. Let's move. Oh, and as we just look at getting another break going, the referee's going to blow for half time. You see, we've defended a lot better against Spurs than we did against Manchester United. That is for sure. We're getting in at half time 0-0. Gomez starting to look really tired. We're probably going to have to look at bringing him off in the next 10-15 minutes. But for now, the rest of the team, the front three, full of energy. We're wearing their defence down, and hopefully, as Bobby Firmino gets us kicked off in the second half period, we can look at slowly breaking this defence down now. Well done, Mo. Now Trent's going. Put it through to Trent. Here we go. Let's move, Mo. Come on. Come on, Mo. Keep going. I'm going to try and get in here now with Trent. Dink one to Bobby, who takes it down on the volley. It's another great save from Hugo Lloris. How are we meant to beat Hugo here? How? Keep knocking here, lads. Keep knocking. Trent on the inside now to Bobby. Bobby going to feed that through now to Thiago. Going back through now to Bobby. It's beautiful. Bobby looks to swing it over to Sadio Mane, who should finish. Come on, Gini. How have we not scored? Oh, the frustration is setting in now. Gotta watch that running behind from Harry Kane. It's Dele Alli. Watch the run there to Kane. Ball through now to Højbjerg. Gareth Bale. It's a penalty.
And the referee has pointed to the spot. A penalty it is, and a chance for them to forge ahead. That could well be his final warning. He's got to tread carefully from here on in.
Well, he has, yeah, but it's quite easy for the referees to throw yellow cards around willy-nilly, but not on this.
Ah! Come on, Alisson. Come on. Come on, Ali. Bottom left. Yes! Come on! Go and get it, Mo, and keep it alive. Well done, Mo. Now let's move here, lads. Let's move now. Come on. Let's go, Trent. Let's move. Come on, Naby. Let's go. Come on, Naby. Keep going. I want you to get on the inside of him, son. Go on, Naby. Well done. Naby, keep going. Naby, you're going to lose it. It's through now to Mo. Mo, just think it now. Put a ball in. Looking for Sadio, and Hugo Lloris is there. There's Bale. Robertson this time's going to get him. Feed that through now. Let's go straight out now. Looking for Sadio Mane. It's beautiful. Mane now going to come on the inside. Going to look for Daka. It's going to fall now to Patson Daka, who needs to put it on the inside. To Sadio Mane. No! No! How?
Oh, I'm a massive fan of this goalkeeper. What a fantastic...
Oh, come on. It hit the bridge of his foot. Oh, I just don't believe this. Come on, find the pass here, lads. Find the pass. Let's go to Sadio. Sadio going to roll his man. Sadio Mane looks to put it in behind now for Mo Salah. Go back now to Mane. Mane's through and goal. Ref! Oh, come on, Hugo Lloris thumps it out. Ref, give us one more chance. He's not going to. Ref!
This game is over. Goalless, but by no means eventlessly.
Yeah, probably not the best game I've ever seen, Derek. I don't think either team
I have really not enjoyed recording this episode, you know. It's just broke. Wait until you see the stats here. How, I mean, even the stats shock me. We had 7 shots, 6 on target. Spurs had 5 shots, all 5 on target. Roberto Firmino does not have a game face. The game's broke. The game is broke. I thought Thiago would have a game face. Maybe not a Liverpool game face, but he would have a game face. Roberto Firmino doesn't have a game case. Game case? A game face. How has Bobby Firmino not got a game face? He's had a game face last week. He doesn't this week. The game's broke. They've screwed career mode again. They have screwed career mode again. That's why it seems so difficult. That's why suddenly I'm having 6 shots on target and can't put 1 in the back of the net. And how we lost 2-1 and 2-1 to United and Spurs first time round, and I've just drew to Spurs there, and they got a penalty and we managed to save it, which was lucky. But some of the shots we had there, I don't know how Hugo Lloris kept them out. I really don't. The man was everywhere. You couldn't put the ball past him. I never expected us to score after the first few. I thought, this keeper's unbelievable. And how Bobby Firmino has now not got a game face tells me career mode is broke. Yay! Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. And that article right there, that news article, says it all. Lloris denies Liverpool. Nothing about the penalty, nothing about any other players. Just about Hugo Lloris denying us a goal so we can go on to win the game. Not about Alisson saving the penalty. Lloris denies Liverpool. Simple as that. Because that's all he did. Without Lloris in the sticks, or the ultimate goalkeeper between the sticks, as I felt, we would have absolutely battered them there. And unfortunately, it doesn't end with great news, because Manchester United and City have now managed to both push on and make a gap of 3 points between us and them. Luckily enough for us, Chelsea are 6 points behind us, so we've got a little bit of breathing space there. We're 7 points ahead of Spurs, even though we just drew to them, which just seems mad. I feel like we should have dominated the game. I feel like we did dominate, to be honest. But it's just strange now that the likes of Bobby Firmino, Thiago, they don't have game faces. Why? I feel like the game's broke. I feel like something's wrong with career mode. I felt like today I was playing on ultimate difficulty with all the sliders for the CPU at 99. It just felt impossible. It's like when I was playing, I never felt like we were going to do something. Robertson, the defenders, always a high line, always out of position, letting the opposition get in behind. The front three couldn't score. Shots of mine were getting blocked by my own players. Passes were getting blocked by my own players. It's like the game set up to say, you're not winning any games, Brad. The new update means you don't get to win a single game. And that's how it felt. I felt like every player on the pitch, including my own, were against me instead of trying to win. And I don't feel like that's just, you have an off game or you have an off episode. Today was horrible. This was a really, really bad episode and I really haven't enjoyed recording it. Yes, I know there's games where we lose. I've lost to Leicester. I drew to West Ham. I lost to Lazio. I take losses and draws on the chin when I feel like it's been a fair defeat. But the game against United wasn't a fair defeat. A draw to Spurs wasn't a fair draw in my opinion. When I feel like I've played bad and I've made mistakes and they've gone on to win, fine. And I give away a penalty there with Robertson. They could have scored and won 1-0. I'd have accepted the penalty. I'd have accepted the 1-0. I can't accept that we lose the game just because of that one penalty when the football we played then was unbelievable. But the final pass, the shot, the through ball, the tackle, it was just terrible. Something does not feel right about FIFA 21 right now. The way the game played, how it's normally quite fluid and just it relaxes and it all just rolls into another few string passes together. You get a counter attack. My counter attacks were non-existent. And something certainly feels wrong. And I hate this because EA dropped the game. You're enjoying it. They go and do a bloody update for something and it ruins the rest of the game. It'll be an update for Ultimate Team. It ruins career mode, ruins pro clubs, ruins online seasons. It ruins it. And I've already seen problems coming out of Ultimate Team where if you score a goal and then instantly your opponent or you on Ultimate Team makes a substitute, you crash out of the game and it gives you a loss. Even if you're winning 3-0, you crash out the game, it freezes, you lose. The game's broken. And now, after seeing that and playing career mode, I haven't seen anything about career mode being broke, but what was that? You guys have got to ask yourself here as we go over to the calendar, the episode before this one. In fact, you just look at the month of December, a 6-0 victory over West Brom, a 1-1 draw against West Ham, fair enough, a 6-0 victory over Lazio, a 2-0 victory over Burnley, 1-0 over Chelsea, and then we come to today's episode, 2-1 loss to Spurs, 2-1 loss to United, a 0-0 draw to Spurs. How? When we've been in such great form? Like, when was the last time we lost? The last time we lost was in October, 2-1 to Sheffield United. Since then, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 wins, 2 draws on the bounce, and then boom, today's episode sets in, and it just feels like the game's ruined. Honestly, I don't even know what to say, but because I haven't enjoyed today's episode, I'm happy to just get to the end of it. And hopefully, I'm recording. I'm going to stop recording, go and grab a drink, and I'm recording again. And I'm really debating whether to do that now because of how bad the game feels at the moment. Something is really wrong. But in the next episode, we take on Burnley at home for the final game in December. We then move into the month of January, where the transfer window opens, and we can look at bringing some players in if needs be. And then we take on Arsenal at home in the Premier League, and then we take on Manchester United. Actually, hold on. They both say cup. Let me go again. We play Burnley at home in the Premier League. We then have Arsenal, which I'm assuming is in the Carabao Cup, and our first opponent in the FA Cup, I'm assuming it is against Manchester United. Let's check the fixture. Let's check. No, United are in the Carabao Cup, so Arsenal are the FA Cup. That is the only explanation, isn't it? We're really playing Arsenal in the FA Cup. Yeah, round 3, we are playing Arsenal, Mikel Arteta's team. So in the next episode, it doesn't get any easier because we play Burnley in the league at home, Arsenal in the FA Cup at home, and then Manchester United in the Carabao Cup at home. Of course, we're going to be simulating that game against Burnley, play the game against Arsenal, play the game against Manchester United, and you just look at the rest of the month. Sort of spoil in February who we are going to be playing for our first game in our knockout stages of the Champions League. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is RB Leipzig, a very, very difficult game. Hopefully, if we record the next episode now, it'll be a little bit better. If not, we may have to wait till some sort of update comes out for them to fix the goddamn game. EA, leave the game alone. If people are enjoying it and everyone's happy, just leave the game. don't touch something that's not broke. I've really enjoyed playing FIFA recently. Been enjoying streaming pro clubs, which, guys, if you don't follow me on Twitch, it is down below in the description. Go and follow me. I have been streaming 2 or 3 times a week, playing pro clubs. Going to be starting another career mode on there very soon. Really enjoying it. Been enjoying career mode, really enjoying the Liverpool career mode. And then today, it's a bit of a slap in the face. Today's episode sucked. And it's just like, what a shame. I've been enjoying something and all the enjoyment has been taken away because clearly something is wrong, because even Bobby Firmino and Thiago haven't got game faces, which tells me something is broken in career mode, which is why I've just played so bad in today's episode. But you know what? It is what it is. I've got to suck it up. I've got to hope that I can bounce back on the next episode, or I'll have to wait potentially till a new update comes out. We'll have a little search online now to see if anyone else is having problems with career mode and seeing if there is an issue. But guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitch. It is down below in the description. You can follow me as well on Instagram and Twitter. They'll be appearing on the screen for you guys right now. And that is going to do it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to ding dong that bell. And after Massive Brad, peace out.